Hi, I'm Othias, and this is Hopefully in Focus. I'm by myself today. May's at her regular job. But I needed to make an announcement because it's a banner day. We have cracked 1K on Patreon, and that's thanks to you guys. And backing up a bit, I just wanted to cover some things that I'm thankful for with the series. You see, where we're at now with Primer, we're sitting at close to 16,000 subscribers in an average 2 week, I launched the video, 2 weeks go by, we're seeing somewhere between 5 and 7,000 views. It kind of depends on the video and what we're covering. That's not huge numbers for YouTube, it really isn't. However, they're huge numbers to me, to know that that many people care about what's going on. And you guys can't see the analytics, but we have really good performance in terms of how many minutes of the actual show people are watching. Our engagement on Patreon is obviously very high when we have roughly 7K people actually watching and almost a K coming through Patreon. That means a lot of you have taken up on that offer to donate, $1 a month, because it adds, it all adds up, and for $12 a year, we get to keep the show going. So I just want to say, with that level of commitment from you guys, I wanted to double down on some of our principles real quick. Number one, I get a lot of comments about, will you cover this in World War II? Will you cover this neutral country? Will you cover that? In the long run, C&Rsenal will expand. However, we have a mission right now, which is to get through World War I as best as possible. I'd also like to put together a book at the end of everything. I think that'd be nice, and I'll have all the photos and information available anyway. But the thing is, we are in a current entertainment system where you either have cable TV, which is nothing but, poor reality TV, with reality with quotation marks, or you have the internet where everything's designed for a 30-second attention span, or if you're lucky, you can go get a 2-hour movie at the theater. And that's really about it. Well, we don't really fall into any of those categories because we want to cover whatever it is that we're covering, so be it a 32 pistol or this guy right here, we want to cover it fully. So that means somewhere between 15 minutes to an hour on whatever it is we're talking about to completion. That's a very long attention span for YouTube. So I don't think that we're going to end up with 2 million subscribers. It just doesn't seem very likely unless the culture really changes. So that's why it's so important to us that you guys, the guys who are watching this right now, are there. Because we are going to be doing this show with sort of a core group of very interested parties. We are a niche market, and we're going to remain that way. Because the only other alternative is that I take this out, load something with Terranite, blast rounds at it, and scream at the top of my lungs, and try to get those quick 30-second views on YouTube so that we can get up to 1 million views. I don't feel like that's the heart of our organization. I'd rather do one thing and do it very, very well. So for the immediate future, we're going to stick with World War I, and we're going to go through piece by piece, be it the small ones that nobody cares about or the big ones that everybody's going to fawn over. I just want to do something from start to finish in this current, entertainment market. All right. On top of that, though, I can't do any of that without your support. So again, patrons, you're the heroes today. But also, I want to thank our gun donors. This was lent to us by, Jeff Carpenter. We have other pieces. Paul Evans had lent us a bunch of the 32s. I've got somebody's Jaeger. I've got somebody's Austrian pieces. The only reason I'm not saying their names is I forgot whether or not I cleared saying their names. So I'm sorry, guys. You'll get an email from me probably after this video. But we have lots of great little pieces coming in, and it saves us a bundle, and it saves us a ton of effort when people bring them to us. So if you know of a piece nearby, especially an oddball, like one of those RSCs or a Murnay or something like that, something that we'd really like to see or be able to shoot, let us know. And if it's in a museum near you, let us know. We can always reach out to museums and have them transferred over to ours in Colombia that we like to work with. Okay, with all that, I have to say one final thing, which is that I'm extremely proud of our community, irregardless of the money, irregardless of the loans of guns, just the people that are in the comments. When I started this, I sort of braced myself making the leap from articles to video because I knew, especially involving May and my own chubby self, that we were going to have rude comments, that we were going to have arguments breaking out. I was very used to sort of the hostile nature of the internet. That hasn't happened. In our own comments, first of all, it's downright tranquil. You guys are terrific. And then, even when I'm out in other forums, even when I'm on K, everybody's being really supportive and nice. Yes, once in a blue moon, there's sort of an off-color comment, especially about May. That seems to just be the thing that happens. I'm not worried about those. I can ignore that. But Overall, we're talking about 99.99999% of all comments are so supremely positive that I don't even know what to do with them. I'm not that great at taking compliments, so I think that I've wandered into a mystery crazy land and it has nothing to do with our performance here at the show. But I'm slowly coming around to the idea that you guys actually like what we're doing. Okay, yet again, thank you for all your support. Thank you for being, probably the best, most polite community in any of the gun forums. And thanks again for sharing us as widely as possible. Every dollar counts, every gun counts, and we are going to cover them all. And once more, for those curious, yes, we're sticking with World War I for the immediate future. It's important for us to finish something, start to finish. All right, guys, bye.